Everyday English Duo. Learn real English through real conversations.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to our chat about mastering English, where we break down some of the common myths that often make learners think English is overly complicated.
I'm really excited to dive into this topic. So many of us have struggled with these ideas at one point.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of folks say English is too difficult to learn, especially because of its weird spelling and pronunciation rules. But honestly, it's, just different. Not impossible.
Right, it's like the irregularities come from, a mixture of influences. I mean, think about words like through, though, and enough. They just seem to have a mind of their own.
Exactly. And if you think about it, English has borrowed a lot from Latin, French, German, and even Old Norse.
Yeah,
So those silent letters like in knife or thumb actually tell a story about its history rather than making it super tough.
that's a cool way to put it. More a linguistic puzzle than an unsolvable problem. But don't you think sometimes learners might get overly bogged down by the idea of perfection?
For sure. Communication over perfection is really where the heart of it lies.
Right.
I mean, if people can understand you, that's what matters. It's like, why stress over every little detail when the point is connecting with others?
Absolutely. And speaking of stress, another myth we often hear is, you have to learn all 12 tenses to speak correctly. I always laughed when I first encountered that idea.
Oh, yeah. That myth can paralyze you. In everyday conversation, really, just three do the heavy lifting: the present simple, past simple, and future with will. It's like mastering the basic chords on a guitar before playing a full song.
Exactly. It's like building the foundation of a house. Once you've got the walls up with those 3 tenses, you can gradually add more layers later on.
Right on. And we should also talk about that idea that you have to memorize thousands of words to be fluent.
Yeah,
Actually, using simple words and common phrases can take you pretty far.
I totally agree. I remember thinking I needed to know every word in the dictionary, but then I realized that words like get, make, do, go, and have can be combined in so many ways. It's really a tool for building conversations.
Exactly. It's all about collocations. Like, instead of learning decision in isolation, you learn make a decision. That way, your speech just flows naturally. It really takes the edge off pressure.
Speaking of natural flow, another prevalent myth is about the sources of learning. People often think you must study strictly from textbooks.
True. And that's just not the case. English comes alive when you, mix it up. Watch movies, listen to songs, follow podcasts. Real-life context makes a huge difference.
Definitely. I mean, who said learning had to be a chore? Enjoying a great TV show or a catchy tune can teach you so much about rhythm, intonation, and the way language is really used.
Absolutely. It's like learning to dance. You learn the steps by moving with the music rather than just reading a manual.
Right.
And it just makes the whole process more fun and less intimidating.
Now, one topic that really gets me is the idea that you need a native accent. That notion can really hold people back.
Oh, for sure. Your accent is, a part of your identity and tells your story. Whether it's British, American, Indian, or anything else, it's valid. It's clarity we're after, not imitation.
Right. I find it interesting because many learners feel that if they don't sound perfect, they've failed. When really, it's about being understood and confident.
Exactly. It's a myth that perfection is the goal. Instead, focus on clear communication. Speak proudly, even if your accent is different.
Yeah.
That uniqueness is what makes the conversation richer.
And speaking of uniqueness, another myth is about age. Like, I'm too old to learn English. I've heard that a lot.
Oh, yes, but the truth is, age brings advantages.
Right.
Adults often have a better grasp of logic and can connect ideas more effectively, which actually speeds up the learning process.
I mean, I started learning seriously in my late 20s, and it wasn't nearly as hard as I imagined. It's more about attitude than anything else, isn't it?
Exactly. It's really about being motivated and practicing consistently. Whether you're 15 or 55, the keys are curiosity and persistence. That's what really matters.
Now, here's a point that always gets me. The idea that you must wait until you're perfect at English before you start speaking. That idea can be really paralyzing.
Totally agree. Waiting for perfection is like waiting for the perfect weather to go outside. It never really comes. You learn by doing, even if that means making
Yeah,
mistakes along the way. Every misstep is progress.
exactly. I remember when I used to hold back because I was afraid of making mistakes, until I discovered that every error has a lesson hidden inside it. It's through speaking out, with a few fumbles here and there, that fluency is built.
It's like driving a car, really. You can read all the manuals in the world, but you only really learn when you get behind the wheel. And trust me, even experienced drivers make corrections along the way.
Mm-hmm. That's such a relatable analogy. It reminds us that learning is an iterative, ongoing process.
Yep. And if I may add, it all boils down to practicing real communication without the fear of being wrong. Look at everyday interactions. The language evolves naturally. Often
Right.
native speakers are forgiving because, well, they make mistakes too.
But I do wonder, don't you think that sometimes this approach might risk cementing a few incorrect habits? I mean, how do you balance natural flow with accuracy?
That's a fair point. While learning naturally is crucial, there is a balance. It's like, first you build confidence through conversation, and then you can refine and correct over time. In other words,
Mm-hmm.
embrace the mistakes, but also be open to feedback.
That makes sense. It's a process of continuous improvement rather than an overnight transformation.
Exactly. And if we step back, the whole message here is really empowering. It's that English isn't this unattainable peak. It's a journey where each conversation, each movie, each mispronounced word is a stepping stone. It's
Yeah,
progress over perfection.
right. And before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of the key points. First, English is just different because of its diverse origins. Second, you really only need the basic three tenses to start. And third, focus on communication, not flawless grammar or pronunciation.
Exactly. Adding to that, use simple vocabulary and learn in a natural context. Be proud of your unique accent. Remember that you're never too old. And most importantly, don't wait for perfection before you speak. It's
Yeah,
all about taking that courageous first step.
I love that. Each step is progress. It really demystifies the process of learning English.
Yep. Think about it like climbing a ladder. You take one step at a time. Even if you wobble a bit, you're still moving up. And with
Mm-hmm.
every conversation, you get a little better.
Well said. I hope these insights remind our listeners that English, as challenging as it might seem at first, is actually very accessible if approached with the right mindset and tools.
Exactly. So to everyone out there working on their English, keep conversing, keep exploring, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.
Right. Thanks for joining this discussion. Let's keep breaking down these myths and encouraging real, confident conversation.
Take care, everyone, and keep speaking up, because every word counts on your journey to mastering English.